So what I'm hearing today from Kathy, she's in the chat, is that court released until 1 o'clock tomorrow, is what she said. That's pretty crazy. I just don't understand why we have so much delays and issues here. I don't know if we've ever seen anything like this. I haven't. Have you? You guys seen something this? Have you seen anything this delayed? I don't know. Anyway, we have so it's 10:30, which means we started at 8:30, which means we have about 2 hours worth of catching up to do, and then it's over for the day. So it is what it is. What are we supposed to do? So let's go ahead and just get going. I just don't understand. And it's just like, you know, for me, I understand that things happen. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know everything, but this is messy. This is very messy. It seems very disjointed. This is definitely one of the weirdest things with the breaks and we're starting at 10:30 and it's over. We're literally starting before, and the court's actually done. So I don't know what to do with that. Anyway, I'm going to send in a formal complaint. I'm sending in a formal complaint to Utah. And I'm just going to say, look, hey, get it together over there. We don't have time for this. And what the hell are you guys up to over there? So let's get to it, man. We're just going to scrub through. But we're just going to watch what we can today, and then we'll be back tomorrow. I mean, if tomorrow it starts later, then we'll obviously try to start later too, but that's just going to be weird. So we'll see.
Yes, Your Honor, as a matter of mechanics, and I don't know at this point.
I'm going to skip all of this conversation.
Either side.
Title ID 106. But
Wait, does this all this is? No. Hold on. Did anybody go? Brother, is this all this whole thing is? No shot.
And I also want to point out that they have taken very small portions of this that leave out the portions of the interview where
no.
She is being influenced
So no
by
witnesses
statements of
came
law
in.
enforcement. This makes
Oh, they
it
did.
look like, I mean, they've cherry-picked what they want. And for example,
I'm so
I want
confused
to
right
pull
now.
out the May 10th interview. I don't even understand.
You guys talked for
why
2 hours?
This would be coming in.
Homie, come on. You guys talked in for 2 hours? This is what we did this morning for 2 hours? We said yesterday at the end of court, I'm going to get pissed. We said at the end of court yesterday, do we have anything we need to deal with today before tomorrow? Everyone said no. And then you guys spent from 8:30 to 10:30 talking about something that could have been dealt with yesterday or over before the trial started. You've got to be kidding me, bro. What the hell is going on? This is a freaking
while
mess.
we work through some legal issues, we will proceed with a witness from the state, and then I have some scheduling notes for you. Mr. Bloodworth. Oh, Ms. Sherman, my apologies.
No problem, Your Honor.
You've
Chris
got to be kidding
Cochademus,
me,
please.
dog.
If you step in front of Brady.
Will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you.
Please raise your right hand if this trial is a freaking mess. Exactly, Tess.
Good
That's why
morning.
I'm pissed.
Good morning.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to say this again. This is Eric's murder trial. His whole family is waiting for justice. And here we are bullshitting the whole time, talking about shit that should be dealt with outside of the court or sent through an email or dealt with off the court's time. This is literally I would be so upset because I'd be like, bro, like, get a move on with this. Like, somebody get your shit together. I don't know who exactly. I mean, there's multiple sides to this. I'm not trying to point at one side specifically, but this is seriously a mess. And I really don't like that for his family.
The jury knows who you are. I'm going to have you state your name and spell your last name for the
Yes,
record, please.
It's Chris Kotrodimus, Kotrodimus.
Now, we brought you back to talk about a couple specific issues. We know from your prior testimony that when you reviewed data from Eric Richins' phone, specifically for February
don't know why my
14th,
thumbnails aren't popping up
2022,
anymore.
Yes.
you looked at the Verizon call records.
Correct.
Those included text messages.
They did.
And that's the raw data that we talked about throughout your testimony.
Yes.
Is that right? And tell the jury, for an outgoing message from Eric Richins, how would Verizon list that time zone in their record, in their call record, that raw data?
Well, it would depend on what type of message it was. For an SMS text, which is just a normal type text, it would route it through their normal server. It would be in local time. For MMS, that message has to be routed through a server, and so they use the server to route that call, and it would have a timestamp for the location of the server, not necessarily the device.
So when you looked at those records, the outgoing messages for Eric Richins' phone in the Verizon records, what time was reported for an MMS outgoing from Eric Richins' phone?
So there was an outgoing, in the record, there was an outgoing MMS at 12:23 p.m.
Would that be 12:23 p.m. in Utah?
No.
So what would the time of that outgoing message be for us in Utah?
We're 2 hours behind, so it would be 10:23 a.m.
Scott, if we could put up 3-14D, please. This was previously admitted in Mr. Kotrodimus' testimony. We can publish it to the jury.
This is just such a mess. I'm really just frustrated with it. To be honest with you, I'm really upset with this. How many damn breaks and sidebars and restructure of time and send the jury home and send witnesses home and
We
I mean,
entered
come
this
on, bro.
exhibit through your testimony last time, and we talked about this gap in activity from Eric Richins' phone. And so what you've just described conforms with the raw data. Is that right?
Yes.
And describe it again now that the jury can see the time frame we're talking about. If a call record or a text message MMS showed outgoing from Eric Richins' phone at 12:23 in the raw data, you confirmed that that would have been 10:23 in Utah.
Correct.
How did you verify that?
So, one, just the knowledge and experience of knowing that that's how Verizon routes MMS messages. They use an Eastern time zone, which is consistent with their headquarters location. So to verify that, time zones are very critical for analysts, obviously. So what you would do is, if you have a source to look at the original text, and in this case we do, which would be Eric Richins' his phone extraction, his cell download, I would expect to see, based on the time difference, an outgoing MMS text at 10:23 a.m. versus 12:23 p.m. And I did find that. There was an outgoing message at 10:23 a.m., an MMS message to that number, and it was a photo.
So essentially, through your analysis and changing the time zones as necessary, this exhibit is still accurate.
Yes.
Scott, if you could put up 3-39D, page 5, please, for the witness. This has previously been admitted. And you can publish it as well. And you can blow up one of those messages or... So now that we're talking about time zones, describe for the jury how we get to the times that are listed in all of these text bubbles. And so that the jury knows, all of the messages that we have entered have these timestamps on them.
They do, yes.
And how do we get to the time that is on there?
Okay, time zone issue again. Okay, so phone extractions from software are provided, those readable files are provided in UTC 0. So to determine local time of when those that activity on that device happened at the local time, you have to adjust. So Utah is -7 UTC during normal standard time. It is -6 UTC in daylight saving. So we just switched on Sunday. So now everything until November, when we switch back again, will be -6. So the -7 and the -6 denoted in these messages is a adjustment that is made by the software to denote local time versus software time.
So for each of the messages that the state submitted in this case, they have been adjusted to local time?
Yes.
Okay, those are all my questions.
Sure, thanks.
Mr. Ramos?
No questions.
Okay. Sir, you can step down. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That was it. That was
Council
it.
will proceed with the scheduling notes, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your patience this morning. We've been working very hard on some legal issues that will materially increase the efficiency of the presentation of evidence going forward. I know it's hard for you to know that, not being in the courtroom. I'm just asking you to take my word for it. We have more work in that regard to do. Rather than have you sit here while we do it, we're going to send you home for the day and not ask you to return until 1 p.m. tomorrow. So we will recess until 1 p.m. tomorrow. As always, during this period of recess, please do not speak about the case with anyone. Do not allow anyone to speak about it with you. Please do not watch, listen, or read anything about the case. Please do not do any research of any kind. I greatly appreciate your patience. Travel safely.
So
1
crazy,
p.m.
bro.
tomorrow. Please rise for the jury.
Honestly, this is nuts. All right. Well, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? Like, this whole time, somebody's fumbling so badly. And I'm not blaming the judge. The judge is not there to do the job. The judge is there to judge. The jury is there to come up with a verdict. It's got to be it's on the legal side, and it's just a mess. It's
All right,
either
folks, have a seat.
I don't know if it's dragging your feet or what.
Mr. Bloodworth, anything else on the record today?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis?
There.
Ms. Nestor?
No, sir.
Mr. Ramos?
Thank you, Judge Bell.
Okay. 8:30 tomorrow morning. Please travel safe. We'll be in recess. Thank you.
Well, we started at 10:30 and it has been 15 minutes. We had 15 minutes of court today for us. So shout out to Kathy because she told me that they were in recess right before we started. Look, this is a mess. I don't need to keep repeating myself. I think we just need to understand where I'm coming from here. It's simply this. This whole situation's already hard enough, and to have so much dismissal, so much messiness. Let's just call it what it is. So much. What's the word? I hate to use the word unprofessionalism, but that's what it is. It's very unprofessional. It's stuff that should be dealt with in according to time. Like, you should be dealing with this stuff in a different manner. Now we're spending court time to deal with things that should be dealt with outside of court. It's a mess. And I'm really upset for the family, because does this push it back? Right? Because think about pace, right? If you think about how the trial is supposed to go, the witnesses are called and they're either in town, right? Flown in. This happened to me in Lori's trial. I think I got there on a Wednesday or a Thursday. And Lindsay Blake's, I think some of our family member of hers passed away, I think, if I'm remembering that correct. Yes, I think someone passed away in Lindsay's family. And so they did not have court on Friday. I remember that. I was there Thursday, and I was dressed to testify, and they sent me back. So I was like, okay, I'll go tomorrow. Well, then that happened with Lindsay Blake's family, which is obviously very unfortunate. You can't help that. And that was a real reason why we couldn't have court. Like, that's a very legitimate reason why we couldn't have court. But I stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't even remember if I went Monday. I was there for a while. That's all I remember. And I was in Boise in the hotel. I brought my Xbox and I played freaking Fallout 4 and stayed in my hotel because I didn't have a car or anything. And I had literally just was about to start a new job, so I was supposed to have training. So I pushed my training off for like an extra week, and I like was waiting to start that job. So I had like no money. I had like zero money. I had like maybe $20 to my name at that point. And so I had like no ability to go out and do stuff and eat. And I just stayed in the hotel and ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with freaking goobers and played Fallout 4 and went downstairs and worked out at the gym and just waited. I bring that story up to you just because you need to understand that could be happening here in this case. There could be witnesses who flew in, and this timeline is so messy because they're dealing with things that are supposed to be dealt with, in my opinion, outside of court. Send an email that night, whatever you have to do, so that way when you get to court, it's on pace. This is so far off pace that this could be pushing testimonies back. This could make this trial longer. You can't rush through it. So what are you supposed to do? It just puts all of these people who are there, right? Eric's family, I don't know where Kouri's family stands. I had someone say that on X. I said how bad I felt for Eric's family because of how this trial has been. Things have just been happening in this trial. And someone was like, well, what about Kouri's family? Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're supportive of her, if they believe her. I have no ill will towards Kouri's family. And honestly, I don't even have ill will towards Kouri. But if she killed her husband, which is very, very, very likely in this scenario, to be honest with you, it looks as bad as you can look. Let's just be honest. It looks as bad as it can look. There's so much stuff that were done in private, like the phone calls, the texts, but most importantly, the Google searches and the questions that she asked to for the coroner, things of that nature. The whole drug thing, the THC, there's so many factors for me that makes it seem as if she's really right there, as in she did it. But at the end of the day, if she did this, which it looks like she did, this whole case is about justice for Eric and his family, because that puts this whole thing not to rest, but in the way that it can be put to rest, it gets put to rest. Does that make sense? Once that justice is there, the family has the ability to accept that. And then she needs to be away from society because she's a danger to society. So this whole process, though, is very real for the families. It's very real for the friends. You guys have seen the friends that have had to come testify. You've seen the best friends of Eric and all that stuff. So this is a not fun process. And I just have beef with them right now because of the fact that it just feels like a mess. It truly does. It's like, you have a trial, if you have an objection, bring it up. But we're like, in my opinion, the defense is also arguing and dragging their feet so much, and maybe that's their job. So that way that it doesn't just go like too quickly, or maybe it looks like they're actually doing, fighting for Kouri. But the defense, to me, is causing a lot of the issues here and arguing back and forth with the judge. And yeah, if I were him, I don't know how he's so patient. I have to give him credit. He's very patient, and he's spending his time working with them best he possibly can. I'd be like, hey, listen, stop talking. This can no longer happen. You have to get it together. You have to pull what you need to together. You're using the court's time. You're using the jury's time. If you have an issue, bring it up. State your point. Stop arguing with me. The problem is they're like, well, I don't agree. Well, I don't agree. Well, I don't. It's just like, get to the point. Oh, Emily says, it's such a mess. My heart hurts for Eric's family. You can tell that Katie is trying so hard to hold it together for everyone. I just want to hug her. Yep. Yeah. It's just, the reality is you guys see them zooming in to, like, Eric's family members and people who are there, waiting and watching every moment of this. This is already as hard as it gets. It's already so hard to accept and go through. And then you get this where you're showing up and it's 2 hours in and they freaking stop for the day. Jury's not coming back till 1 o'clock. The pace is just dragging. That's all I'll say. So anyway, well, guys, we got a whole day's worth of time off, I guess. What we can probably do is I'll keep you up to date on the community tab. Just look out for that. Maybe we can do something in a little bit and come up with a schedule for ourselves for today. And maybe we can just do a little talk. Hopefully the Wi-Fi's been fine. So the one time that I actually want to sit down and talk to you and do our Q&A, my Wi-Fi starts turning off in the middle of us talking. I don't know what the hell that was, but it's been fine since then. So just look for the community tab. Mods, I'll let you know what's going on. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thank you for being here. We will be on this pace at 10:30, so that way we can skip. Here's the thing, though. Tomorrow, if we jump on and it's all of them just continuing to talk, I'm going to skip over all of that. I'm just going to be honest. I don't need to hear every single legal issue that only pertains to what's important to the courts and the jury. We are here to hear the testimony, to watch the trial part. And so if tomorrow that first 2 hours is pure back and forth between the legal teams, we're going to skip over that. Hopefully it won't be. But we already know the jury's not coming back till 1. So yeah, and tomorrow is 1 Utah time. So we're going to be on at 10:30 Mountain Standard Time, which is what we've been doing. And I don't know, I think he just said they had their time zone change already, which I don't know if that means they're ahead or behind. I don't know what that means. Arizona doesn't change. I've lived in the 2 places that doesn't change, which is Arizona and Hawaii. We don't change time zones there. Everybody else does. So anyway, love you guys. Look on the community tab. I'll let you know what we're doing today. We'll do something fun, something different. That way we can still enjoy today. And we'll get on it. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And see you in a little bit.